Hey everybody, it's your girl Jenna with Disorderly Planner Designs. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are going to do it live. Heads up, we have a house full of children, timers going off, so bear with us and I hope that you learned something today. Today we're going to go over basic lines and sketching. This is very important for a foundation of your drawing. If you're following along with our 52-week workshop, last week and the week before, we went over breaking down complex drawings using basic shapes. So now we're going to integrate lines and fillers to add depth and complexity to your drawings. As you can tell, I have a wide variety of items right here. I have some micron pens, I have a super cute rose gold pen, I have a jelly roll white gel pen, and then this would be like a watercolor marker if you want to add color, and this is just a basic, I think it's like a Bic pen. I did have my mechanical pencil and my little one walked off with it, so today I'm going to be sketching using my Smencil. It's a scented pencil and this is grape, so real life right here. If you're following along with the 52-week work course we're doing home for the month of January, you can find it on our site on Facebook under our VIP group, Disorderly Planner Chatter. And if you subscribe to the newsletter, I am mailing out monthly updates. So you can go at your own pace or don't feel like you've missed out. So you're gonna need choice of a utensil, piece of paper. This is just Bristol 20 sheet pad that I've had probably for a good year. I'm just going to use one side right now. I'm pretty sure I got this little hugger at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to get the flow going from my head to my hands and practice that muscle memory by doing doodles. So I'm going to go ahead and doing this for about 30 seconds, maybe 25. I'm just going to be putting shapes on the paper, no rhyme or reason. Just go ahead and put those shapes down on the paper and then connect them all to make one big sketch. This will help to get the juices flowing and increase your muscle memory. So if you do this every day or before you sketch or draw, this will definitely help you out in the long run. All right, so here we go. I'm just gonna go do some lines here. You may or may not be able to see because my Smencil is a little light, and again, it does not need to be perfect. This is just going to help me when I'm using my basic shapes to draw, and it will get muscle memory and the creative juices flowing. Okay, that's about it. And again, you can totally tell this is just an exercise. Doesn't need to be perfect. It will just help you in the long run. And I have my completed format. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize the same paper. I'm going to flip this little hugger over. And on this side, I am going to ask you to choose one item. You can do it from memory. You can use it in your household, be studying it, or you can look at a picture. We're going to sketch the basic outlines, and we're going to use that. We're going to do that using shapes. I'm just going to do a scaled down version of some pajamas. Now, the pajamas that I'm going to be drawing is just kind of from memory from a previous drawing that I did. So I'm going to do the outlining first and the basic shapes. So I'm going to start with some pants down here. Now when you look at something, you want to use circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, quadrilaterals, whatever shape that the item reminds you of, you want to draw that, and then we're going to go in and break it down and connect. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of like a pizza slice right here. This is going to be my pants, and then I'm going to do another pizza slice right here. I love pizza, can you tell? I love pizza. And then I'm going to do like a little bit of a rectangle. These are going to be my pajama bottoms. And then we're gonna have a peekaboo pizza slice coming out right here. and then some rectangles. Now you can see I'm just making shapes, but I'm not sure if it looks like PJ bottoms to you, but it definitely is to me. And this is how I am able to draw complex items using basic shapes and sketching. Then we're gonna go in and give it some depth there to utilize. Now I'm gonna do a square up here, or make this a rectangle, to add the lines and everything. Now you wanna make sure that you're using light pressure, because if you're using pencils like me, you're gonna wanna erase and then add lines and details. The harder your pencil is, or your pressure is, the harder it's gonna be to erase. With me, I'm totally fine with that. Hello, Disorderly Designs, our business. I'm fine with that. I like the disorderly look, so that's totally fine with me. It's just a personal preference. Now I'm drawing some triangles for the waistband, and then another one to kind of give it a 3D look once we're done. If you want to follow along and draw what I'm drawing, that's perfectly fine as well. And then that eventually will be a pocket right there. Now here I'm going to do a triangle for the shoulder, and then some square. Well, it's like quadrilateral. Okay, and then I am going to do a triangle here, like so. A smaller triangle coming this way. And then this is going to be a triangle right here. There we go. That's going to be a half circle line like so. And kind of be like that. And then we're just going to copy this over here, right here. This is going to be kind of like two rectangles right here. And then this is going to come off to that. Here we go. This is going to be a half on the bottom. And this is going to be straight line there. Here we are going to do the pocket top, cute little thing. Going to do a square, and then we're going to do a half a circle, like so. There we go. This will be like that. These I'm gonna make a little bit larger to come out this way. Maybe like a super cute sleep mask right here. So that would be like 2 circles, kind of. Okay, so there's our basic sketch of some pajamas that I am going to be finishing off here. And this is basics, but you can build from here. This week, week 3 of our 52-week course, I'm challenging our participants to make their own coloring page. So I'm going to use this as a basis to show everybody how to do that. And then you can kind of see, you can break down perspective and proportion here, as you like, as you see fit. And then we would just have circles for the buttons. I really don't need to sketch these, as I know where they're gonna go. And then we can kind of have this, but I'm gonna have my pants overlapping a little bit. So now we're gonna go in and we are going to erase basically the shape lines that we don't need so we can make these connections. And basically these lines I'm gonna lighten up. I'm going to erase most of these lines, but I'm still gonna be able to see them. You might not be able to see them on camera, but I'm gonna be able to see them on the paper. So when I go and start sketching and doing my line work, I'm gonna know where to put these lines. You could also use this if you're gonna be watercoloring over as well. You wanna make sure, or with markers or colored pencils, you wanna make sure that you can erase the lines so you can still see them, but that it's not gonna bleed through your top finished method, like if you're gonna be watercoloring or markers and things like that. Traditionally, I started watercoloring about a year ago, and so that's the one that I'm most familiar with. So that's why I would recommend erasing these as much. At first, when I started watercoloring, I didn't really do the sketching first. It's a total preference. It's not something that you need to do. I find for finer details that it helps if you watercolor some lines first down. But if you like it more abstract, if you just kind of like to go with the flow, then obviously not necessary. It's just really a preference. Okay, so I have almost all of these erased. What I'm going to do now is build up the lines. When you do the lines, you want to do long fluid strokes. It's going to be easier. And again, I like to have lots of strokes on mine and kind of like a fashion sketch. So that's what I'm going to utilize here. When you advance to do the coloring page, you can start off with just the outline. So it looks like it's not there, but I can still see the lines right here. And then you would just fill in with lines or details from there. I'm going to do my outline in my Micron pen. I'm going to use my number 5. I'm going to be doing long short strokes, long angled short strokes. This is a total preference. Some people, I'll go ahead and flip this over. This is how I like to sketch my stuff. So you can kind of see it's not really a straight line. If you want to have line art and you like it connected, then you can do long lines like that, or you cannot connect them. This is really a preference, but I like to go like this because I love the finished look of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go over the foundation of the lines here that we already drew, and I will connect them like so. So you can kind of see it's gonna be the outline that we did, and this is just really quick, but this is just basics, so it can kind of give you an idea, and the more you do, the more you're gonna find the style that really appeals to you and feels more natural. If you find that you don't really love your natural style, go ahead and switch it up. I can do a few different types of styles, and it's when my clients request different ones that I haven't tried before that I find the challenge, and I've learned to enjoy and appreciate it. So my pro tip is to tell everyone, if you really want to improve something, do 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day, whether you're reading articles, you're working on things, or just really challenging yourself, give yourself 30 minutes a day. After a month, you're gonna see a huge improvement, and track your progress because you're gonna be amazed. I just started drawing just a few months ago, and I never thought that I would be able to draw, and here we are now. It's something that I've always wanted to do my entire life. I just never had the confidence to do, so I would just recommend sticking with it. I would love to see what kind of questions you have below or any tips, and kind of go from there. So now we have our basic right here. Okay, so this is our basic sketch. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use finer lines to add details, the wrinkles of the clothes, and then I'm going to go in and use basic shapes to kind of make this a template for coloring, for a coloring page. I like to use my sketches and doodles for mood trackers, and it's really relaxing. You can hear my little ones probably arguing over something. And it just is kind of like my zen piece. This will probably just be like a fold in fabric there. Okay, so now as I stated, I'm just gonna go with it. If you want to stop here, you can. This would be a super cute basic sketch to build foundation on with color and things like that, but I'm gonna move forward full steam ahead, and I am going to add some lines and things. So I'm gonna just start off with lines right here. And this is going to be a coloring page template for the group and the workshop that I'm doing. So you can see I'm using more pressure with these, and you can see the bolder lines, and they're more solid. Again, this is something that is totally up to you. You don't have to use bold lines. It's really whatever you prefer. I just know that I am going to upload this as a coloring page template, so people might want to color these lines like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. I really appreciate the imperfections because you know it's handmade. So there's that. I'm trying to decide if I want to leave this, continue there so we know that that's a set. All right, so there you go. You get the drift. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and then I'm gonna upload a link in the comments once I'm all done with this complimentary personal use download for a coloring template. So I really hope that you enjoyed our sketching session today. Make sure you hit subscribe, leave a comment, tell me a little bit about yourself and what is something that you're working on. I would love to hear what you're working on and see your progress along the way. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week. See y'all later.